1 Chronicles chapter 13 recounts an episode in the early days of David's reign as king over Israel. Desiring to bring the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem, David consults with his commanders and the assembly of Israel. Together, they decide to retrieve the Ark from the house of Abinadab in Kiriath Jearim, where it had been residing. This decision reflects David's commitment to centralize religious worship in Jerusalem and establish it as the political and spiritual capital of the nation. In their enthusiasm to transport the Ark, the people place it on a new cart, following the example set by the Philistines when they returned the Ark during the time of Samuel. However, the use of a cart for this sacred task goes against the specific instructions of the law, as the Ark was supposed to be carried by the Levites using poles. The account takes a tragic turn when the oxen pulling the cart stumble, and Uzzah, one of the men accompanying the Ark, reaches out to steady it. In doing so, he touches the Ark, and God's anger is aroused against him, leading to Uzzah's sudden death. This incident serves as a sobering reminder of the holiness and reverence required in handling sacred objects according to God's prescribed instructions. Recognizing the error and the need to approach the transportation of the Ark with utmost reverence, David decides to halt the journey to Jerusalem. The Ark is temporarily housed in the house of Obed-Edom, and the narrative shifts to highlight the blessings that come upon Obed-Edom and his household during this time. This pause in David's plan allows for reflection and correction, emphasizing the importance of aligning with God's commands in matters of worship and acknowledging the holiness of his presence symbolized by the Ark. In conclusion, 1 Chronicles chapter 13 narrates the initial attempt to bring the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem, revealing the consequences of deviating from God's prescribed methods. The tragic incident with Uzzah underscores the importance of approaching sacred matters with reverence and obedience to God's instructions. This episode sets the stage for David to reconsider his plans and approach the transportation of the Ark in a manner consistent with God's revealed will. Let's now read 1 Chronicles chapter 13. And David consulted with the captains of thousands and hundreds, and with every leader. And David said unto all the congregation of Israel, If it seem good unto you, and that it be of the Lord our God, let us send abroad unto our brethren everywhere, that are left in all the land of Israel, and with them also to the priests and Levites which are in their cities and suburbs, that they may gather themselves unto us. And let us bring again the Ark of our God to us, for we inquired not at it in the days of Saul. And all the congregation said that they would do so, for the thing was right in the eyes of all the people. So David gathered all Israel together, from Shihor of Egypt even unto the entering of Hemath, to bring the Ark of God from Kiriath Jearim. And David went up, and all Israel, to Baalah, that is, to Kiriath Jearim, which belonged to Judah, to bring up thence the Ark of God the Lord, that dwelleth between the cherubims, whose name is called on it. And they carried the Ark of God in a new cart out of the house of Abinadab, and Uzzah and Ahio drave the cart. And David and all Israel played before God with all their might, and with singing, and with harps, and with psalteries, and with timbrels, and with cymbals, and with trumpets. And when they came unto the threshing floor of Chidon, Uzzah put forth his hand to hold the Ark, for the oxen stumbled. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Uzzah, and he smote him, because he put his hand to the Ark, and there he died before God. And David was displeased, because the Lord had made a breach upon Uzzah, wherefore that place is called Perezuzah to this day. And David was afraid of God that day, saying, How shall I bring the Ark of God home to me? So David brought not the Ark home to himself to the city of David, but carried it aside into the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite. And the Ark of God remained with the family of Obed-Edom in his house 3 months. And the Lord blessed the house of Obed-Edom, and all that he had. This ends our reading of 1 Chronicles chapter 13.